algo start date, 8/30/1285. Happy birthday, Nei. Here we go. Of Wormys Playhouse, and I just wanted to come on quickly and talk about Phantasy Star 2 that released back in 1989 in Japan and 1990 here in the States. And one of the most iconic characters to come from this game, Nei. Well, today, August 30th, is her birthday, so happy birthday to Nei from Phantasy Star 2 on the Sega Genesis. By far, out of all the Phantasy Star games, Phantasy Star 2, to me, is my favorite game. It's the one that had the most impact on myself with this story. It had a fantastic story. There was a lot going on in this game. It actually plays a lot on our advancements in technology in real life and how technology is propelling forward into the future. The entire game's premise here in the Algo star system, which is a setup of 3 different planets, and the one planet that is colonized, Moda, short for Motavia, is where this game takes place. And the entire civilization and ecosystem is set up and controlled by this climate control and Mother Brain, where she controls basically the entire ecosystem for this planet, how everything grows, how plant life grows, and wildlife is controlled by. So day-to-day living by each individual is set up and controlled by this BioWare system. And through that system and through advancements of technology and testing, well, they created a new subspecies of human life, which they created this new advanced subspecies called Newmans, where it's basically humans and this biomonster technology combined into one. And that is where Nei comes from. She is developed in this lab to advance the human life form and to create a superior being to hope to negate the aging process and death and to hope to evolve to a higher life being. So the character Nei, she was made and born as a product of a mixture of both human and biomonster created by scientists. Nei was a part of that of a singular creation who grew into a being. However, she was also the counterpart of another like herself, whose name was Nei Neifirst, and both became outcasts from society. Because of this, Nei Neifirst had left and sought revenge, and Nei was forced to escape. Being an outcast from society, Nei then befriends the protagonist of the main game, Rolf, a few months before the story begins, and becomes his first loyal adventuring companion. Nei, being genetically engineered, accelerates Nei's growth and metabolism. She is much younger in years than her appearance, and she gains levels and new abilities much faster than any other party member in this game. This rapid growth is also by design, as she is present for a certain story plot through the game. Nei is one of those iconic characters in a game where pretty much the entire story will kind of be based around her. A lot that's going on in this game is set up through her. She's a new introduction to the series, a very important role, being an advanced superior being amongst others that outcast her in society and look down upon her. And without giving away any story plot spoilers, she's actually a very iconic character in gaming genre as a whole. There's a key moment in this story that happens to her that's pretty much a very iconic role in the gaming genre of RPGs and story-based games. It's something that is very impactful to not only the characters in this game and the story and progression and the journey that you're going on, but to you yourself as a player. It's a very impactful moment. There's a lot going on, and it sets a trend for future games in this genre. Nei is notably known for being one of the first video game characters and heroines to have a key element in a story's progression in the storyline. So Phantasy Star 2 was a big undertaking for the developers to create for the Sega Genesis. It left a big impact in my gaming history. For turn-based games, this was a phenomenon. There was a lot going on, a lot of dungeon exploring, a lot of level grinding. This was definitely in that age of level grinding. If you want to experience what it's like to really grind those levels, well, Phantasy Star 2 hits high on that note. In order for you just to be able to proceed through the game, you literally had to go out there for hours and fight endless enemies just to level up your abilities and your statistical stats just so you can progress through this game. But that was the fun and the journey that you wanted to explore and adventure on in these role-playing type games. To be able to see yourself progressing and evolving to a higher statistics was a feat in of itself. And the story takes you on such a journey. So many twists going on, everything being thrown at you from left field. When you think you're going one way and progressing, the entire game just flips over on itself. So that was a very iconic thing right there. So the story itself is a very iconic game story, and I definitely implore you to check out this game, Phantasy Star 2. This is one of my absolute favorite games in this series. And the biomonster / humans, genetic engineering, the Newmans, well, it lives on in future Phantasy Star games, specifically Phantasy Star 4, which I do have right here. I have the whole set, Phantasy Star 1, 2, 3, and 4, but in 4 they continue that bioengineering advancements in technology, and they create a new character called Rika, which to me is kind of like the granddaughter of Nei. Nei is where it all starts and where it became relevant, and then in Phantasy Star 4 they really advanced the technology. In the game itself, they basically say that Nei and Neifirst are basically the first generation prototypes of the Newmans, all the way up to Phantasy Star 4 where they really perfect that technology and advancements, and they create this character, Rika, which is basically the accumulation of throughout all the years of this technology, and she's basically the perfect character of the Newmans. But today is August 30th, and it is Nei's birthday. Technically, Nei and Neifirst. Again, they're both counterparts of one and the same of each other in this game. So there are two characters, and they do play a very significant role in this game. About halfway through, there's a huge turning point. I definitely recommend playing it and experiencing that, because again, that started a trend in future role-playing games. But August 30th, 1285 is the year that they were born. Again, this is set in a different star system, so the years are quite different from our own, but this is her birthday, so this is her day. So happy birthday, Nei, and happy birthday, Neifirst. And I briefly just wanted to talk about her, this iconic character, this iconic game, and this iconic game series. I wanted to just celebrate it. Just celebrate the joy that this game brought to myself, and I hope it will bring to others and you. I can't say it enough. Again, this is one of my all-time favorite games. Phantasy Star was that series that I played as a child. I was very young. I played it with my brother and my father together, and we would spend hours every day together playing this game, the entire series as a whole as well, and it left a very impressionable memory on myself. So I hold this game dear to my heart. So Nei, happy birthday. I hope to see you again in future Phantasy Star games. If they ever bring back this series, which I really do hope, I would just like to see an HD remaster. I know we kind of did have an HD remaster a while ago, but I want to see the actual series to be revamped up again on a new console, really remastered, or even better would be a brand new game to this. Not just a Phantasy Star Online series, but actually Phantasy Star. How about Phantasy Star 5? That would be amazing. So Nei, she will live on in my memory, and she will live on through that future generations of that bio-monster technology. So again, I just wanted to come on real quick and say happy birthday to you, Nei, and thank you for joining us today for another episode of Wormys Playhouse, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you again with another episode. We'll see you then. Bye!